So the idea is take this sword, Excalibur, and put her in that stone. Problem is, I've got no idea how to do it. The sword would need to be shortened for what I wanted to do, which was not a problem, because like most conservative, hard-working, red, white, and blue-blooded American men, I own a Dremel. Now we cut down a nice edge here on the Dremel, and I think I'll just be able to snap it off, which could do. Perfect. So now I got two pieces of a sword. This one is slightly now truncated, and the other one will still be good to use for a shiv or some other short-range self-defense device. So still handy, don't throw it away. Still good stabby jabby tool. With the sword now prepared, we're ready to take the project to the next phase, outside. What you'll need is a garden hose to attach to the drill, a freshly truncated sword, cement mix, and the drill itself with 2-inch diameter core drill bit. Now, two things about this drill I found out. Number one, it cost me $40 to rent. Number two, my neighbor owns one of these drills, which taught me that I should probably get to know my neighbors, a lesson which cost me $40 to learn, and which I pass on to you as free advice. Now, you really got to lean into this tool to make her work, and I found myself having to adjust the water flow to facilitate an optimum drill rate. I also have no idea what my daughter was doing in the background. At first I thought she may have pooped her pants, but in the end it appears she was just doing an odd stiff-legged walk. So, after drilling for a while, cored out those two big cores right there, ended up a nice hole in the concrete, or in the sandstone. Sword's ready to go in. So originally I was going to take the Dremel and score marks across the smooth surface of this blade to make it so the concrete could bind to the surface of the blade. But if I did that, then I wouldn't have an excuse to go out and buy some more tools. So what I did was I just said, you know what, I'm going to get some titanium drill bits and drill holes through this so the concrete can kind of squirm on through there and bind nice and hard to make that sword just dang near impossible to take out of that stone. So that's what I did. Went down to the hardware store and bought myself some titanium drill bits. So we'll see how that goes. So what I ended up doing here, I scored the surface of the blade and put some little fish hook style serrations. Plus, as you can see through the holes, I put a couple of different bolts. So that'll set down in the hole like so. And then concrete will go all around her. And that thing will just be dadgum near impossible to pull out of the stone unless you're Arthur himself. That's right. So a couple things before I put the sword in the stone. Had to wait for the temperature to warm up. It was still pretty cold springtime here in Montana. So you wanted it to be warm so the concrete would cure properly. Now the hole needs to be prepared. There's a couple different ways I need to clean her out. So I got my shop vac here, and I'm going to shop vac the hole out, make sure the dust and debris is all gone. And then I'm going to apply a concrete bonding adhesive onto the existing surface of the sandstone, so the new concrete will bind properly onto the surface. So those are my two next steps, and we'll see how far that takes us, and then we'll be one step closer to putting the sword in the stone. One thing I also found out is that if you take a leaf blower and blow it across the top of the hole, it's like blowing on the top of a soda bottle that is empty. It makes a very loud hooting noise. So I'm just going to do that just because. All right. So I mixed up the concrete. I have no idea if the consistency is right. Never done this before, so just kind of winging it at this point. I think the adhesive is dry, so we're going to stick the concrete in there and then the sword and see how she turns out. Doesn't have much to do. All right. So what we've been able to do there is get that sword in that stone. Just got a little bit of wet rag there. Just I don't have any burlap, but wet rag there just for some water curing. But that sword that sword is in there, and I don't think she's coming out anytime soon. So, yeah, there she blows. That's what she's gonna look like. There's the sword in the stone. Oh yeah.